Hey everybody, welcome to a fittingly season-ending episode 69.
Nice.
Nice. Of The Complete Game. I'm your host, Kurt Schilling. He is Garrick Schilling. What a day. I
What
mean,
an end of the year.
it could have been much more crazy but it got down to the final day where we really literally had two games and everybody started at the same time today. And I don't, listen, I've never been oh, they wanted it more and you could see it in their eyes. I've always felt that that's bullshit. But to get shut out on the final day of the season with an offense like that, with the arguably the best hitter in baseball and a future Hall of Famer.
That's what the whole story about the Mets was going into this year. They won the Soto trade agreements, and they're not going to be playing October baseball, which is wild.
And they didn't deserve to go. Everything they did, they brought it all on themselves. Injuries absolutely, but everybody had them. I was just thinking about this. You go into the season, and this is why baseball doesn't have a salary cap, never should. $322 million payroll, and all of them have tee times tomorrow. I mean, there's so many things that went wrong. I don't know. That same roster could win 114 games next year, right? The team, I got to tell you, of all the stories, I don't know of all of them, but the one that I'm probably as impressed with as anybody is the Phillies holding serve and 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 without Wheeler, with the struggling Aaron Nola, Turner was out, now he's back. They still, without Wheeler, have, if Nola shows up like he did in his last start, which, hey, I can tell you right now, when the calendar flips, and I'll say this, I'll never forget this. In 02, I came into September, I had more wins than I had walks. And and that was when the Players' Choice Award was voted on, and I won it for the second year in a row. RJ proceeds to go 6-0 and strike out 1,900 guys in September, and I had a horseshit September. And I was bad enough that I came in relief late in the season, and Brenly moved RJ to pitch game one of the playoffs, and I just thought it was a mistake. I was like, listen, October's different, and they crushed us game one, and I went out and went 7 in game two, and it was a 1-1 game when I left. It's just different baseballs. I don't care how anybody play, and I don't think, if I look across the game, the only team riding a hot hand, well, there's two teams. Yankees and Dodgers both are 8-2, 9-1 coming into the last 10. They played hot, which I don't care.
Guardians,
I don't think that matters. Yeah, but the Guardians are 7-3 over their last 10.
but they've
The way their
won.
season right.
Yeah,
They finished right. There's momentum, but I've never felt that momentum carries, because, and I'll tell you why. Uh, you know, we had talked before the show, and I'm going to kind of jump the shark on your question. Skubal doesn't start today, and Hinch basically says and Tariq Skubal is an old school ace in the sense that he's ballpark neutral. I don't care if he's home or away. It doesn't matter to him. In some ways, I was more motivated to shut people up than make them scream. And Skubal is that level of ace. So it doesn't matter to them where they play or pitch. It's Skubal getting the ball. And I look at, and I don't, you have the playoff matchups, right?
yeah. You want me to put them on screen?
So the Tigers are going in as the 6th seed, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to put them on screen?
Yeah. Let me see them. So the Tigers will go in as the 6th seed. I didn't realize they're playing the Indians.
Yeah. So that series here, I'll show you the this is the schedule too. So Tuesday,
Yeah, go ahead
all
and
these
show that. Do that graphic again. All
Okay.
right, because I'm gonna. All right, and you got your pen handy. Okay, and these wild cards are best of 3, right? All 3 games are at the home team's park. Tigers are going to beat the Indians 2-1.
Okay.
I think the Yankees are going to beat the Red Sox 2-0. the Reds are going to upset the Dodgers at 2-1, and the Padres are going to beat the Cubs 2-1.
All right.
And then, yeah.
I'm going. All right. I'll say Tigers 2-1 as well. I'll say Dodgers 2. I'll be a hater. I'll say Cubs 2-0 just to be a contrarian. I also I want to see Wrigley Field deeper in a playoff run. I even just for the atmosphere of Wrigley Field in late October.
The Wrigley Field Fenway potential is kind of cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool ballparks, fans involved in this. I'll say the Red Sox win 2-1.
Okay. All right. And then I'm actually going to say Tigers over the Mariners, Yankees over the Blue Jays, Phillies over the Reds, Brewers over the Padres.
God. I'll say
these are best of 5s.
Yeah, I'll say Toronto over the Red Sox.
Hey, let me caveat that too. I'm saying the Tigers beat the Mariners only if they throw Skubal 1 in 5.
Okay, you want a caveat? Skubal games 1 in 5 asterisk. Yeah, I'll say Toronto. I'll say Seattle. I think that Tigers Cleveland series is as close as could get.
Yeah.
Oh God. Who did you have in Brewers Padres? You had Padres?
Padres. No, I took the Brewers over the Padres.
Okay. I had that marked down wrong, so that was a good distinction. I'll take the Brewers. I want to see that run go somewhere. And then I'll take I'll take the Phillies as well.
All right. And then I'll go Yankees winning the American League, Phillies winning the National League, and Phillies in 7. And not because I have the hat, which, by the way, thank you to Mr. Middleton and the Phillies organization. They sent me a little package, which they're one of they're of the teams that I played for. They're the one that have always stayed connected, which I really, I sincerely appreciate that.
All right. You may want to put earmuffs on for this part. I'll have Toronto meeting Philly in the World Series, and I'm gonna have Toronto in 6.
Wow.
Toronto in 6. That would be in Philly though. So little role reversal.
Years after.
Little wife swap. 32 years later.
32 years later.
That would be cool though too. That Toronto is also. I mean, I don't think that's everyone's favorite park, but I've always sneaky loved that ballpark.
Yeah.
So
I didn't mind it. I didn't have a real feel for it. It was a weird park to pitch in. Just the way it felt.
It's apparently one of the better home run parks this year too. So
yeah. Well, it depends. The roof open close thing is a thing there too. But so we'll come back on Tuesday, G, and
two of these will probably be underway if not settled.
Yeah, what I would like to do is to set up a live stream for one of the games where we watch one of the games, just watch it live.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Give the fans. So, if you guys have a preference as to a game you want to watch with me,
match up,
and we'll, I'm going to assume everybody's going to say Yankees Red Sox, but maybe not. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just sit and live stream a whole game and just talk. I'll watch it on my computer and we'll just talk.
Yep, that'll be fun.
You can. All right.
Do you want to?
All right. Well, let's just give them a 10-minute show this tonight, and then we'll be back on Tuesday.
Well, hang on.
And then you know what?
Hang on.
Let's leave it open ended. I'm not sure what we're going to do Tuesday. Maybe we'll do it after the games, or before. I don't want to do it during.
Do you want to talk about our whatchamacallit, our preseason or mid-season?
Let's go down the preseason real quick.
What we had, because it's funny to look back on now. We both had the Mets winning the NL East. We both had the Dodgers winning the West, which was right, and then you had the Reds and I had the Cubs winning the Central. Neither of us had Milwaukee, Toronto, or Cleveland, and I didn't have Cincinnati. And then we both missed. We both had the Mets and Royals in our bracket that didn't make it at all. I had the Yankees, Tigers, Mariners. You had the Yankees, Tigers, Astros winning those American League divisions. And then the wild card spots for the American League, I had Boston, Kansas City, and Texas. You had Kansas City, Seattle, and Boston. And then for the National League, we both had Philly, San Diego, and then you had Chicago in a wild card spot, and I had Atlanta. So
Wow.
some crazy. I mean, it's crazy that
Yeah.
you had the Reds in. I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah,
I had the
and
Mariners winning the
also,
West and the Astros out, which is funny, but
but
the Astros are out. But
you know, I think it speaks, and I don't want to sound arrogant about this, but I think it speaks to kind of baseball. I mean, we both know the game, and I grew up teaching you the game, and so, you know, the fact that we only missed on 2 or 3 of those is a big deal because baseball is one of the biggest. I mean, you know, every year you have the freaky story.
I mean, Milwaukee, no one
The
saw coming. Definitely,
Yeah,
neither of us
I
had either
don't
of
know
them.
that no one. I think a lot of people like them. I think a lot of people. Yelich and how he came back was a big story. Woodruff and how he came back was a big story, and
Well, it was fun
you
to
know,
do this podcast throughout their like
yeah,
we started this, and then about a month and a half later, the entire like miracle of they had like 2 runs of 14-game winning streaks
right,
during this year, and
right,
we started
right.
during one of them, I
And
think.
then we're going to revisit our award winners at the end of the year. But I find it kind of cool that the Phillies lineup won the Triple Crown. Turner won the batting title. Schwarber won the home run RBI title.
Schwarber hit the most home runs in his career, 56.
By the way, to avert to your little Toronto Philly, I'm hearing birdies talk about 3 years, 130-some million for Schwarber from the Blue Jays.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be a fun park to watch him play in too.
Oh,
I mean, there's not one that's not fun to watch him hit in, but
right. I'd like to see him. There's a couple parks I'd like to see a 56 homer Kyle Schwarber hit in. Camden Yards,
for real. Oh yeah.
right? Cincinnati. He might have hit 156 homers in Cincinnati. Pittsburgh would be cool to see.
As much as I hate to say it, he'd probably hit 60 in New York.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
And can you imagine?
All right, so
Can you imagine Giancarlo Stanton, Kyle Schwarber, and Aaron Judge?
not, and the only reason that's probably I'd put bad odds on that is that Stanton and Judge, or Stanton for the most part, needs to be a DH.
Yeah, both of them.
Right. But wow, can you imagine putting Judge, Schwarber, Stanton, right, left, right?
It's a fun fantasy.
Yeah. And it's something the Yankees would absolutely do.
Oh yeah, it's so Yankees.
Right, right. All right.
All right.
So we'll catch up on Tuesday. Stay tuned. Like I said, guys, if you're watching, let us know. We'll pull a game out of the opening series maybe and watch it live.
Yep.
If you guys have enough interest.
And we'll be posting regular day episodes for now, but when we go live with those live streams, we'll be posting on the Instagram, the YouTube, the TikTok, everything, the X, just to let you guys know where we're at and where you can ask questions. Also on Twitch, any given night, if I'm streaming over there and there's a game on, we'll definitely be talking about it. So feel free to come through and hang out.
All right, G, I'll talk to you. Tell Nolan, give Nolan a kiss for me, and I'll talk to you Tuesday, buddy.
All right, will do. Love you.
All right, love you.